girls, welcome back to my channel. So as you can tell, I'm in a different location. My tripod arrived and I'm ready to roll. So I'm going to be starting things off with a rolling Project 10 pan. I think most of you guys probably know how this works, but if you don't, you just select 10 items and then you work on them until you hit a goal, which can be either usage, finishing, or pan, and then you roll it out and replace it with something else. I have a lot of older makeup I kind of stocked up before I left my mall job and then subsequently moved out and was paying all my own bills. So I have a whole bunch of makeup from that era of like 4 or 5 years ago that I'm trying to finish up and move out of my collection. So a lot of these Project 10 pan items, at least for the first few rounds, are going to be from that, but I do have a couple of hair and body care items as well as an eyeshadow palette that I want to pan. So first and foremost, I am very excited. I decided to finish this up last night. It's Manic Panic. It's in the color Ultraviolet, and as you can see, my hair is not looking particularly ultraviolet. It's looking pretty teal, but I knew that was going to happen. But I bought this in, I think, first year university. Yeah, my roommate and I dyed my hair, and I've been hanging on to it ever since, and I finally finished it up. So I'm happy about that. My hair is very low porosity and doesn't take dye very well, so I know that this is going to be shorter than any of Kim Kardashian's marriages, but that's totally fine. I'm just glad to have it finished. So with that preemptive product out of the way, I'm gonna start off with my boring items. So the first one is the Aussie Sprunch spray, which I have, again, this dates back to high school, which I'm not proud of, but I'm almost finished, so the mark is right there. And I find that now that I have shorter hair, I'm more inclined to reach for this, and I've been using it as kind of a curl reactivator. So I've been using this on second or third day hair, but having done that, it's kind of reminded me of why it's taken me so long to finish it up, because I have had really long hair in the past. My hair was down to about my natural waist this time last year. If I have photos, I will throw them up on the screen somewhere, but my hair used to be really long and it's very fine. And when I was using this when my hair was super long, it kind of makes my hair sticky, so it kind of helped with the tangling, and my hair does that on its own. I don't need help. So yeah, so I think I'm gonna just try to finish this up, and I just want to use it at least once in between every shower, and we'll see how long it takes. So my second thing is my Pacifica self tanner. Now, I obviously, as a redhead, nobody expects me to be tan, but I think that I purchased this in order to even out running tan lines, because I like to run, and no matter how much sunscreen you wear, if you are running in the summer during the day, you probably will end up with like the watch, shorts, and sports bra tan line, which I do get. And so I think I bought this so that I could wear sleeveless tops to work without having like really aggressive tan lines, but it's taken me a million years to finish it, and it just has a few more uses, so I just want to get it done because it's very old and it needs to go. So those are my boring items, and then I have my makeup items, and most of these are to finish as well. So the first one is my really ancient bottle of Nars Radiant Tinted Moisturizer, and I wear the latest shade. I'm wearing it today, and you can probably tell it's too dark for me. The undertones are also quite off. It's very peachy, and I'm not very pink. I'm very yellow toned, and I have a little bit of an olive in there as well. So while this is really pretty and it looks nice on the skin, it's very obviously not a good match for my skin tone, hence why I have this all the way up to here so nobody can tell. With that out of the way, my next thing is also a skin product. So this is, again, I don't even know if they make these anymore. This is the Covergirl Coverstick, and I've made a lot of progress on this since the summer. I've been mostly using it as an eye base. It's not the best, but it is getting use out of it, and I'm not going anywhere, so if my eyeshadow fades or creases a little bit, it's really not a big deal. I just want to finish this. It doesn't look great on my under eyes, so I tend not to use it for under eye concealing if I'm meeting up with other people. If I'm just on Zoom calls by myself, it doesn't really matter, but it makes my under eyes look really dry and creepy, and it settles into all the fine lines. So yeah, don't recommend as an under eye base, although it does a pretty good job for blemishes, but I just want to finish her. So my next item, and this is definitely probably going to be a longer haul item, but this is a Colourpop Supershock in between the sheets, and I actually like this color more than I thought I was going to. I bought this when Colourpop was having one of its sales, and this was one of the only things in stock, and I do really like it. It's actually very close to the natural color that I flush, so I do like that, but I don't love the formula. I find it takes a lot of work to kind of blend it in and get it where I want it to, and it can come out a little bit patchy or a little bit strong. I just want to focus on using it up. I did hit pan on this probably in 2 weeks of use, and this is what it looks like. And I've mostly been going around the outside, not really focusing on expanding the pan, so I don't expect this to be done anytime soon, but this is already my everyday blush, so we'll see how long it lasts. This is my Mary Lou-manizer, and I've repressed this probably 3 or 4 times because I've dropped it a few times, and I hit pan on it for the first time after at least 2 or 3 represses in mid-September, and it went really quickly, so I thought, okay, it's going to be done by the end of the year, no problem. And it was not done by the end of the year. It was getting pretty annoying to get my brush in there, so I just scraped it out and repressed it, and I still have like so much left. So at this point, I think my goal for this, like, I do want to finish it at some point because it is the oldest highlighter in my collection, and it is really pretty. Like, I totally understand why it's called classic because it is really beautiful, but it is a hair too dark for me. So if I put it on other places, like, it's fine on my cheekbones when I'm wearing blush, but if I put it on my forehead or my collarbones or anywhere else, it leaves a little bit of a cast. So it's definitely not the best match for my skin, so I do want to finish it up. But yeah, I expect this is my everyday highlighter at this point, but I do expect it's going to take me quite a few more months before that happens. So I'm just sort of going to keep on swirling my brush around the outside because I feel like if I go in for the pan in the center, it's going to crumble, and I just really don't want to have to repress it again. I think if I could get this done by the end of this semester, at the end of April, I would be happy with that, but also that's my A goal. My B goal is June. We'll see. We will see. But yeah, I do want to finish it up at some point. Then I have my 2 that I want to pan. So if you saw my Pan Those Eyeshadows intro, you'll be familiar with this guy right here. So it might help if I held it up, if I held it right side up. So this is my e.l.f. Earth Notions, and I got this in the summer. And I don't want to say that I regret the purchase because it absolved me of any notion that I wanted to buy the Naked Honey, because I've realized that these really bright, like, yellow golds just do not work on my skin tone. And I bought the Melt Gemini because I discovered how much I like those really grungy greens, so I don't regret that. But I do find that the performance on this is a little lackluster, especially on the blue side. I find the pigmentation is quite hard to build up. So anyways, so this is probably going to make quite a few appearances because I do know, I can't remember if I mentioned it in my Pan Those Eyeshadows intro, but if I did, I said that I don't expect that this will end up coming with me when I graduate at some point and move away to grad school. So I'm just trying to get as much use out of this, especially the blue side, as possible. Again, if you watch my Pan Those Eyeshadows intro, you will know that I rolled in Drip Drip, which is this really bold royal blue here, Siren, which is this kind of like muted mid-tone blue, and then also Rock Bottom, which is this like cool toned brown shimmer. So I figured to go with those. Use for this project to roll in Oasis, which is like this matte periwinkle blue, and Saltwater, which is this shimmery periwinkle blue, but it almost has like a violet reflect to it. So I am wearing 2 of those today. I'm actually wearing I'm doing a halo eye. I've been really into halo eyes recently. So I'm doing a halo eye with Rock Bottom as the inner and outer third, and then Saltwater on the center and in the inner corner of the eye. And then I have Oasis in the crease and also on the lower lash line. As you can see, I definitely do have like dips in both of those, more so Saltwater than Oasis, but watch me just like, yeah, stick my finger into Fuji Feels. Good job. So I do have a decent dip in Saltwater, and it does actually make a nice like inner corner shade, so I'm hoping that I can have some pan on those sooner rather than later. I'm so attracted to cool tones during the winter, so I think this is a good time to roll colors like that in. So those are my pans, and then my last one is just a usage goal. So this is my really ancient bottle of OPI's My Private Jet, which I was obsessed with this when I first got it, and I'm wearing it now. But it's starting to get really thick and gloopy on me, and I did have an initial usage goal of 5, and I've used it once, and I don't know if I'm going to make it 5 because it is getting really difficult to put on. So I don't know if I'll make it to 5, but I just want to use it as much as possible. I'm going to be hunting for nail polish thinner, but it's really hard to find here. So anyways, so we will just see how that goes. If I give up on it within a month or so, I will roll something else in, and obviously I will let you guys know. Those are my products. I am going to be doing monthly updates, so probably something that goes up around the middle of the month. So second, third week. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, I would love it if you let me know anything that you're painting this year, and feel free to like and subscribe, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. Bye!